Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, hump day, if that's what you all call it. Hope all is doing well. Thank you. Welcome in and welcome back. It is so good to see you all. We are here discussing some breaking news in the Sebastian Rogers case. Sebastian Rogers was reported missing February 26th, 2024. He was 15 at the time. He is now 16. The last time he was seen was February 25th, 2024, after dinner, leaving the Texas Roadhouse around 6:24 p.m. That is the last time Sebastian has been seen, and that is 1 year, 1 month, and 8 days ago was the last time Sebastian Rogers has been seen. We are Sebastian's army. We are sending flyers, making phone calls, working on other ways to narrow down where we could locate Sebastian. We do know, as much as we want it to be a rescue, there is also the search going on for a recovery, and which means, we're looking for Sebastian wherever he may be. Doesn't mean we're losing hope. It means that we just have to have all eyes on every situation. Thank you all for being here. Little teaser for you. There was a knock, knock, knock at the door at 1008 Stafford Court. And I'm sure seeing the officers on the other side of that door may have been a little unnerving. But what they did serve was a criminal subpoena, and I have it all broken down for you, what it is, what it means. Thank you, Barbalua. You're so sweet. I have what it is, what it means, and all of that stuff. So I kind of did a little research, wanted us to figure out, what does this mean? Now, to me, I guess to me, it means that they are willing to go knock on that door. So just remember that they are willing to go knock on that door. So I think that was probably a gulping moment, sweat dripping, possibly, in my opinion. They called it is a criminal warrant, is what we were all told at first. It's a criminal subpoena. And what it is, we're going to go into absolutely all of it. And basically what it is it's demanding that an appearance at Bullhorn Betty's next court case, April 16th. Now, it also could mean demanding evidence to be produced. So we're going to go through it. I have the document. I have what it means. We're going to go through it. We're going to talk through it, see what it means. But to me, I think it's signifying, maybe, I'm hoping, movement. And I think it made me feel really good to know that Sumner County will go knock on that door. Yes. And so we are going to get to it in a second. I want to just welcome everyone, and then we will get to it. Hello, mods. Thank you so much for being here and always running such a wonderful, classy chat. Skywatcher, thank you. Brenda Sue, hello. Detective Whiskers, love the name. Thank you so much. You're so supportive and sweet and complimentary, and I really appreciate it and truly back at you. You're a classy group. Hey, Misty. No one was arrested, my friend. Wouldn't that be something? But in my opinion, I think, yes, it's for the next court date, which is April 16th, and it's to appear in Bullhorn Betty's next court date. She did appear today, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I heard. I didn't listen to all of Bullhorn Betty, but you all kept me posted on some of it. So we're going to discuss that. I got a little slideshow telling you what this subpoena means in the state of Tennessee, and then also a document from the U.S. Court of Appeals, the basics of what we're looking towards, okay? I just think it's significant in the search for Sebastian, because I think that it is going to make people bring forth evidence, or non-sensory, in my opinion, will be identified. That's just me, though. I'm not a professional. I'm not an attorney, so I want you to form your own opinions. Okay. And there's someone in here cussing, calling people dumbass. Can you kick them out for me, please? Oh, I'll just take care of that. We'll just send them back to the hate channels. Head on back, Missy. So, it's a subpoena. It is a criminal subpoena. So we are going to go ahead and get to it in a second. I want to welcome everyone. Jen in Georgia, Robin, Michelle Scott, Misty, K-Mac, Misty Blue, Laura the Explorer, who we're going to ban her. We're just going to go ahead and start banning the haters who are all over here now. Okay. Yes, the dispatch, it was on the dispatch. Mods, are you helping here, my friends? Let's help get these people out, please. Okay. We got some trolls in here today. They're trying to spin their narrative. But if we could just get them out and not keep letting these, see how many I've already got 5 mods. Help me out here so we can start the show. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So a criminal subpoena was served at 1008 Stafford Court. I know if I had been on the other side of the door, that would have made me a little nervous in light of the fact of everything else going on. Allegedly, in my opinion, it was a subpoena, not a warrant to arrest. Yes, we're going to talk about Bullhorn Betty too. We're going to get right to it. Let me just go ahead and mention Bullhorn Betty now. Bullhorn Betty is taking her case to the appellate court. It will be heard, I believe it begins April 16th is her appearance. It was a win to her. It takes her out away from the Sumner County jurisdiction, and she'll be in an appellate court. She said away from Sumner County. So it changes it for her. She feels it was a win, and I'm so glad. She said it may take a little bit longer and a little bit more money, but it will be worth it. And apparently they had some people were out in the parking lot having a little loud exchange, let me put it that way. And I'm just getting in little pieces about that. So there was a little bit of an exchange out in the parking lot from family members, apparently, between some family members. I don't know all the details. I am awaiting to hear it. So emotions must have been quite high. So let's talk about what all of this means. Hi, CC. I have no idea, CC. I don't have any idea. Hi, NJs. NJs, thank you so much for donating a membership. If you've received this membership, please thank our friend NJs for growing our family, and we will see you Saturdays for our reunions. Thank you, NJs. Hello, Pink Butterfly. I'm going to have storms in Arizona too, Pink Butterflies, and it's actually quite chilly. Hi, Lisa C. Hello, Lori626. Hello, Sassy, One Sock Candy, Whispering Winds, learning about candles and melts. Come on, melt with me. Hello, Cece and Donna B, PBC Crazy, M. Dot, Michelle Scott, Rusty Pipes, hello. And Rosa Alicia, Sam Roll, hi, Little Red. Hello, hello, Charlene McPike. I'm going to look at the document too, my friend. Let's see what's going on, okay? Elizabeth Smith, His Eyes 7, hi, Kinder, Lori Speckman, hi, everyone, and to all my mods. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to dive into it. I'm going to start with the document so we can look at it. All I Need is Jesus and True Coffee and True Crime. Thank you for the donation. Says subpoena delivered March 25th. Criminal warrant delivered today. Not the same, in my opinion. Your thoughts? Well, let's look at the document that was shown today saying that's what was served. Okay. And we will look at it from there. Okay. So let's get right to that. And thank you for your sweet donation. Let me hide that. And I will go in here and we will switch to the next slide. Oh, sorry. Okay. So this is, let me make sure you can see it. Okay. I'm going to enlarge it as I go over it with you. Okay. It was served on the 25th of March. Okay. And that's what we're going to go through right now. From the General Sessions Court, it was a subpoena. Here's the case number. To any lawful officer to execute and return. Now, we don't know. This doesn't say who it was to. It's redacted. They are to appear before the judge of the Court of General Sessions for Sumner County, Tennessee on the 16th of April, 2025 at 9:00 a.m. to give evidence on behalf of state of Tennessee, wherein the state of Tennessee is plaintiff and Bullhorn Betty. If you fail to appear in court, you will be in contempt of court and an attachment will issue for your arrest. The punishment for contempt may be a fine of $10 by a fine of $10 by imprisonment not exceeding 10 days or both. Okay, so this was delivered on March 25th to say you need to come forth and bring evidence, right? Okay, let me get back to you for a second. Now, how many of you heard the dispatch today? How many of you heard the dispatch today? Was the dispatch, I haven't heard it yet. Was the dispatch specifically from today? Okay. Deanna, you heard it. Was the dispatch specifically from today? Cece, was it from today? Okay. So let's just brainstorm. In my opinion, please. Yes, we are here for entertainment purposes only. We are most definitely speculating, theorizing, sharing opinions today. We are learning based on information that has been put out into the public. And we are not accusing, we are not making accusations. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. We are having a conversation for entertainment purposes only. Okay. No, this isn't from today. My point is, was the dispatch from today? Because I didn't get a chance to, I have Broadcastify, but you know, if I try and pull it up, we're going to not be able to hear it because of my computer right now. Yes. Okay. Sweet Sativa. Good point. Now, okay, Charlene, I'd love to watch her, but if I share it with you guys, the audio isn't good enough. Okay, I heard it, but I didn't hear the date, is what I'm saying. Okay. Yes, she seemed to be very shocked. So we are going to just, this is what I want you to see. March 25th. Okay. It's a subpoena to show evidence in the case with Bullhorn Betty. Okay, it was on the scanner, but it was dated March 25th. It was on the scanner when? March 25th? Okay. So we gotta, because it said criminal warrant. Okay. But Deanna, it was put up today. Okay. I'm going to go over this. I'm going to go over this first. The scan, I heard criminal warrant. We all did. I heard it today too. But this is the piece of paper that CP gave another channel to show. Okay. It says criminal. This is a criminal subpoena, right? So they posted it today. Thank you. Well, there's going to be a lot of drama coming, here and there. But I just wanted you all to realize that this is a subpoena. It's from the 25th day of March. And until I hear that Broadcastify for myself with the date, and I do have Broadcastify, but I jumped on here. So maybe I can look at it. But my sound's not great. But right now, let's just look at this. Does anyone else have, or I could pull up the link of the other channel. What was that other channel that watched it? I forget the name. I hate to be like that, but I forget their name. That other channel. But anyway, let's look at this first, then we'll discuss. I know. That's why we're looking at this. Because if there was something indeed delivered today, that wouldn't have been this. Because the receipt is the service on here looks like it was the 25th of March. Okay. But if there was CYN, CNY. Okay. Let me, you guys, well, I won't go there, Brooke. My audio's not great, but hold tight. I'll play it for you anyway. Hold on. CNY. Hold on. And we will find out, because I don't want to search my Broadcastify with y'all waiting. So I'll just pull up someone else who has it right now. Okay, here we go. What is the name? Did you say CNY? Sorry, I didn't mean to keep messing up the name here. I don't see their channel. Y'all, is it CNY you're saying to me? CNY family. Thank you. Thank you, dear. CN1 family. Oh, there it is. Okay. I think so. Okay. I'm only, we're going to have trouble with the sound. So I'm just going to play that little part. Okay, I'll share it with you. It may have been played in a couple places. I have one of it. I wasn't planning on sharing it just because of my audio right now being such a pain. But I'll go ahead and we'll try. Okay. And hello to everyone coming in. Thank you for being here. This is credit to the CNY family. Credit to the CNY family. I'm going to back it up a little bit.
Wow, how dumb do they think that people are? That they're going to... Absolutely, because... wow, how dumb do they think that people... We're going to discuss this because... wow, how dumb do they...
I'm going to go back, sorry.
Just going to give everybody a few minutes to get in here, and then we're going to discuss this because... wow, how dumb do they think that people are? That they're going to... It's absolutely crazy. We're going to go over it in just a second here.
I realize that it's staticky. Thank you. They want me to play this anyway, the scanner part, and that's all I'm going to play. Okay, I know it's bad. I'm sorry. I've got to go turn my computer in. I can either not play it and not try it, or we can do it. So I'm just going to try and play it real quick. It's just a second long. I understand the audio is bad. Thank you so much, though, for letting me know.
All right, yes, please hit that like button on your way in. I'm going to play this again, just so people can hear the dispatch. I'm going to play it from my channel, okay? And by the way, not for nothing, you know what? I'll wait till after the time. Yeah, so let's do this. Hey, Daphne. I mean, they must think that people are really, really stupid. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me just pull this up real quick.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in.
All right, let me get to the dispatch audio. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa! 1008 Stafford Court, warrant, criminal. Okay, now, just so you guys know where that came from. Criminal warrant, all right? Now, there's a lot of people, not a lot, but there's some people right now saying, oh, it's right here, the BHB subpoena. That's what people are saying was delivered to the home today. That is not true.
So really, what she's saying, I know, and I've tried, Sassy, so I'm going to take it into Best Buy. I just have, today's been so crazy busy. So apparently the dispatch was from today, because she's saying, according to that channel, that the dispatch was from today. So let me go back to our slideshow, because it's so important to watch those details, because we know there's been individuals who like to trick us a little bit. So this was from the 25th of March to appear before the judge the 16th day of April, 9 a.m. regarding Bullhorn Betty. Okay. March 25th. Now, if indeed that dispatch is from today, that dispatch says warrant criminal. Okay, warrant criminal. Now, let me read to you, because I have a whole bunch of stuff, but mine's on the subpoena part, but I want to read to you. I wish I had pulled up more on the warrant for you, but let me read to you what the difference is before we go through the subpoena, what he's saying it is. In the context of criminal law, a criminal warrant refers to a legal document issued by a judge or magistrate authorizing law enforcement to take specific actions, such as arresting an individual or searching a location for evidence related to a crime. That is what a criminal warrant is. No, she's not a hate channel. Let's stop talking about creators, please, in the chats. Okay. My mods are going to time people out if they talk about creators in the chat. We'll let you back in, but we have to start doing that, because then inevitably someone says something hateful about them. Hello, everyone. So there was a knock on the door today, and that dispatch is from today. then that would not be this document. Okay. If it's a criminal warrant, like the dispatch says, criminal warrant, that is a legal document issued by a judge or magistrate authorizing law enforcement to take specific actions, such as arresting an individual or searching a location for evidence related to a crime. Okay. Now, yes, it was Bullhorn Betty's is going to the appellate court now. Okay, meaning the appeals. So she won't be in front of the same judge. And she said it may take a little bit longer. It may take a little bit more money, but it's going to be well worth it for her. And she saw today as a win. And apparently, allegedly, there were some shenanigans going on in the parking lot today. A heated exchange between family members. People were recording with their phones. So we will see if we hear anything about what was going on there. But for what we have here that was represented, it's a subpoena. Now, if you believe that this is what CP did indeed receive today, even though it says the 25th day of March, then he received a subpoena for this. But if that dispatch is indeed from today, it was not. It would have been a warrant, like the dispatch said, criminal warrant, which allows law enforcement to take actions, searching for evidence related to a crime, arresting an individual. Okay? So you imagine that knock on the door and you open it and law enforcement standing on the other side with a criminal warrant is what the officer said. He didn't say a subpoena. He said a criminal warrant. Okay, we're going to go through a few things about a subpoena. Wait, let me come back. Someone's saying something. Mm-hmm. That's okay, guys. Okay, let's keep going. I can tell everyone's a little on edge today, and I don't blame you. Okay, a subpoena is a court-ordered request for information. Okay, so the subpoena that he received from BHB to appear April 16th is a request for information. Attorneys use subpoenas to gather evidence that will help their client in a civil or criminal case, or that will damage the other side's case. Sometimes evidence obtained through a subpoena can be a turning point in a legal proceeding. Okay, now let's go back to criminal warrants. Sorry, 1 second. Now, here's what I want to tell you. In Tennessee, a criminal warrant, specifically an arrest warrant, is a legal document issued by a judge or magistrate authorizing law enforcement to take someone into custody when there's probable cause to believe a crime was committed or failed to appear in court. Now, that's the arrest warrant. That's one of the warrants here. A criminal warrant can be an arrest warrant. Okay. And if you have a subpoena, which is what CP showed, in Tennessee, a criminal subpoena governed by Rule 17 of the Criminals of Rule Procedure is issued by a clerk court or authorized by an officer, compelling a person to appear, testify, or produce documents. And failure to comply can result in contempt of court. The reasons that's important is sometimes what people can say this happened and that happened. Well, with this, they could say you need to produce some evidence. Okay. Now, if you'll pause for 1 second, I want to get you something on, since I'm switching for you here. I want to get you one thing that I had pulled up. Okay. What is a criminal warrant? And see, the thing of it is they keep referring to it as an arrest warrant whenever I put Tennessee in. Okay, if I put Tennessee in, it comes up an arrest warrant. Hold on, let me show you. Tennessee, okay. Yeah. Very interesting. Okay, so what I want to, it says, in some cases, a magistrate or a court clerk can issue a criminal summons ordering a defendant to appear in court instead of issuing an arrest warrant. Okay, so there's bench warrants when people don't appear in court. There's arrest warrants where they can go arrest them. There's failure to appear. I mean, so there's many types of warrants, but what I'm thinking is happening here is we know there's a subpoena to appear for BHBs because we see the document. But what was served today? If it was a warrant today, then that's different, you guys. That's very different. Let me explain. I'm just trying to, let me keep going with what I'm doing and then we'll get to the arrest warrant part. Sorry, I'm stumbling, but I'm trying to go back and forth and I just am going to go forward with what we were doing. So in Tennessee, a criminal subpoena is issued is governed by Rule 17, the Rules of Criminal Procedure. It's issued by a court clerk or authorized officer compelling a person to appear, testify, or produce documents, and failure to comply can result in contempt of court. Okay. And it says it may order someone to produce books, papers, documents, or other objects to support their case. And we'll go to the criminal warrant after we do this part. Okay, I want to get to the subpoena because we saw he has a subpoena. A criminal subpoena is a court ordering and compelling someone to appear in court, testify, or produce documents or evidence related to a criminal case, and failure to comply can result in penalties. A subpoena is a legal document issued by a court that commands a person to appear in court. In the context of criminal cases, a subpoena is used to ensure the attendance of witnesses and the production of evidence relevant to the case. And you can go to jail, you can pay fines if you fail to appear because you will be found in contempt of court. And we're discussing this first because we're shown the subpoena. Okay. Now here's what I wanted you all to see. In the state of Tennessee, there are types of subpoena. Subpoena ad testificandum is the type of subpoena requires a person to appear in court and testify under oath, or subpoena ducis tecum, which is the type of subpoena which requires a person to produce documents. Okay. Now, one thing I want to show you is for a subpoena, subpoenas can be served by any person authorized to serve process. So it does not have to be an officer. Okay. Now, if it's a criminal warrant, it's going to be an officer. If it's a subpoena, it does not have to be an officer. One second, someone's trying to get a hold of me. Okay. But an officer served that today served the warrant because it was on the dispatch that a warrant was served. And indeed, an officer does have to serve a warrant, but not a subpoena. Subpoenas can be served by any person authorized to serve. Okay. Subpoenas issued by a court of record can command production of any documents or other materials within the state. A person to whom a subpoena is directed may file a motion to quash or modify the subpoena if compliance would be unreasonable or oppressive. A subpoena is a court order to come to court. So we know he has that for that April 16th date. Question is, what was received today? Dispatch says a criminal warrant, but we're still going to keep going through this because he does have this criminal subpoena, and then we'll jump over to warrant. You can go to jail or face a large fine for ignoring a subpoena. Subpoenas are used in both criminal and civil cases. Attorneys use subpoenas to gather evidence that will help their clients. So in this case, Bullhorn Betty's attorney is hoping to gather evidence that will help them in the case that will damage the other side's case. Sometimes evidence obtained through a subpoena can be a turning point in a legal proceeding. Okay, I'm going to pause there for a second. Pause there, and I'm going to come right back to you. I'm going to pull something up for you. Okay. I want to just share something with you. I'm going to share something with you real quick because I want to show you what comes up when I Google, and I'm going to challenge you all to Google right now. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. There. Okay. Let me show you this, and I'm going to challenge you all to Google this. I Googled Tennessee criminal warrant meaning. And each time I do that, what comes up is an arrest warrant. Okay. Can you see that? So when I Google Tennessee criminal warrant meaning, in Tennessee, an arrest warrant is a legal document that authorizes a police officer to apprehend and detain an individual. Well, we know no one was detained, right? As far as we know, detains the specific criminal code that was allegedly violated and provides a factual narrative explaining why a suspect should be detained. Misdemeanor warrants in Tennessee require individuals to appear in court due to alleged criminal offenses. Okay, so now I challenge you. Tennessee criminal warrant, put it in. Okay. And what comes up? Arrest warrant. Tennessee warrants, criminal warrants division. Let's see what Nashville says here about their hold on one second. Okay. I have something here we're going to look at from the criminal warrants division. I opened it. We're going to look at that from Nashville and see what it can teach us. We've learned a second little bit about the criminal subpoenas, but I want us to see. Okay. Criminal warrants division, and this is from Nashville. Okay, due to a confidential information listed on a warrant, officers of the criminal warrants division will only conduct business in person. Each individual requesting warrant information must come to the criminal warrant. Okay. Oh, okay. Criminal warrant. Okay. Police criminal warrants division. The dispatch said they were serving a criminal warrant to 1008. Okay. If you are wanted by police, it's better you turn yourself in. Oh, it doesn't give us very much here. Hold on. Oh, here. That doesn't help us, does it? Okay. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get us something on criminal warrants, and I had it on my phones, but it's not. Okay. We are going to go criminal warrant. There, and I'm just going to pull it up. There we go. Here we go. I am going to share this with you. Sorry, you all. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of switching for you from warrant to where I was. So here you go. We'll get back into the groove. Here we go. Okay. There are 5 types of warrants used in a criminal justice system. Okay, so thus 5 types of criminal warrants. You with me? Okay. We have let me move this over so you can see it all. Okay. There is a search warrant, which is, oh, Barb's dog just caught a fly. There is a search warrant which authorizes law enforcement officials to search a specific location to find evidence related to a crime. There is an arrest warrant, gives the police the power to arrest a person. There is a judicial warrant, which is issued by a judge or magistrate, and we'll look that up. We'll look that up together. There's a DNA warrant, authorizes the collection of DNA samples from a suspect, and there's a bench warrant issued by a judge for the arrest of a person who has failed to appear in court. Okay, so let's see what the judicial warrant refers to in Tennessee. Okay, Tennessee warrants include search warrants, arrest warrants, and bench warrants. There they are. Other types of warrant issued by Tennessee courts include tax, escape, and execution warrants. Probable cause must be established before issuing a warrant. Let me share that with you. Okay, you put in judicial warrant Tennessee. Here's what comes up. Tennessee warrants include search warrants, arrest warrants, and bench warrants. Other types of warrant and bench warrants means someone has failed to appear. Other types of warrants are tax, escape, and execution, but you must have probable cause before issuing a warrant. Okay. Yes. So we don't know until we see the dispatch or actual date of the dispatch. I could go over to Broadcastify, but I don't want to do that while I'm on here with all of you. I guess I could just pull up the date, but thank you, Sassy. So we are just going to have to, someone's saying he was on another channel, but I'm not going to go on to that channel. So I'm sure we will hear it. Okay. But the 25th, he received a criminal subpoena to appear on April 16th, probably produce evidence in Bullhorn Betty's case. It was a win for her today. And getting it moved to an appellate court. And if he received a criminal warrant today, that would have meant a search, an arrest, or a bench, right? But he was there today. Allegedly, he showed up today because allegedly there was a little bit of something heated conversations out in the parking lot. So I don't know what to say because we know he was there, so it wouldn't be a bench warrant. Could it have been a search warrant? I don't know. An arrest warrant would have meant someone left the house with them, in my opinion. So what I am going to do tonight is I am going to go through here. If you want to pause for a second, I'll go through broadcast. Put a 1 if you want me to go check the Broadcastify date. Put a 2 if you want me to continue with the slideshow first. A 1, Broadcastify date. 2, continue with the slideshow. Okay, I will check it. Mods, entertain the crowd. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see here. We are going to listen to Sumner County. One second, I'm just pulling up Sumner County. Okay. Sumner's here. Okay, here we go. Sumner. It'll be too hard, guys. There's several of them. I'm going to have to go through and listen to them. I'm going to have to go through, there's so many of them. So I'm going to have to go through, listen to them, and see where that dispatch is, or talk to someone who got the dispatch. Jay won't sing. Jay didn't even sing happy birthday for our kindergartners out loud. But I'm sure Whispering Winds will sing for you. Please hit the thumbs up. So that's the big thing, is knowing whether or not that dispatch is from today, because you know how things go. People, may release it and think it's from today, or or someone may put a document that wasn't from today, was from March 25th, and there is another one from today, or maybe the March 25th was the only one. Okay. Well, let's keep going, because we do know he has the criminal subpoena. Oh, this is just if you don't show up. If the subpoena, here, let me share this with you, make sure you've got it. If the subpoena is issued by a judge of a general sessions court, it shall be served by an officer. Oh, okay. With jurisdiction in the county of the issuing judge. So there we go. An officer could have served a subpoena also, but the dispatch said criminal warrant. It didn't say criminal subpoena. But may be served by personnel service, registered mail. It shall be served with an officer, but may be served by personal service, registered. So basically anyone, registered mail or any other means. Okay. So any means to serve with a subpoena, but a warrant comes from your officers, because they're there to search or arrest usually. Okay. And I am still working on my interview with the CPS investigator. With the CPS investigator, who is not from Tennessee or involved in the case, but answering a lot of great questions that I'm asking that would pertain to the case and how normal processes would go. And then, so I'm really excited about that. I've interviewed a couple of times, couple of different times, and one more time I want to go in, ask a couple more questions, then send my notes to her and make sure everything's a-okay, and then I will launch that interview. I'm really looking forward to it. Many of you have asked for things as far as understanding CPS, foster care, because they're often involved in these cases. So I'm trying to help out. We don't know if the subpoena was for KP or CP because it's redacted. It is redacted. So unless someone was on that one of those other channels listening, but CP, did he say if it was for him or KP? It's all redacted. And I'm talking the subpoena from March 25th, right? Whispering Winds. Yes, today was about the criminal. Today, if that dispatch is from today, indeed, it's a criminal warrant, which is different than a criminal subpoena because the dispatch said criminal warrant. Now, could the officer have made an error? I don't know, because I'm not in law enforcement to understand how critical of an error that would be. To me, it would be critical because it seemed You sent me the 1-minute audio clip. Oh, of CP? Okay. Did you email it, Sandy, or text it? Let me check it, Sandy. But I think it's good news. I think I think we're getting close. I think there's going to be movement. I think it's Sandy, I don't see it. Did you email it? Where did you send it? You emailed it. I don't have it, dear. You go out and I'll go back in. No, I don't. Oh, Sandy, I don't have. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I do. I thought you meant you just sent it. Okay, I'm going to try and play it, but you're not going to be able to hear it probably. Did you give me a timestamp? Oh, good. Okay, thank you, Sandy. Hold on, guys. Sandy sent me two. Well, I can feel in the air too, sweet sativa. We'll talk about it in just a second. Sandy was kind enough to send us the clip. It's scrolling right now. Hold on. It's just scrolling on us. Come on, play. Yeah, I feel, I really do feel like, I know it's just scrolling. Thank you, Sassy, for doing that though. I really do feel like we're seeing movement, whether it's in different areas. An officer was at the door, dispatch announces a criminal warrant. We know there's mountains of evidence. I just feel like maybe we're getting closer. It worked for you, dear? That's weird. Okay, did you just try it again? Let me try it on this one. Let me try it on this phone. I'm super excited. I hope that we're getting closer. I really, really do. Hold on, Sassy. I'm going to try it again. I just feel like we are, and I'm really hoping we are. My goodness, where did it go? So. There, let me see. There we go. Let's see if it'll come on for me.
It's changed today. Well, I mean, so as it stands right now, like we were served a subpoena this morning. You know, that's everybody went crazy. Oh my God, there was a criminal warrant. Actually, no. There was a sheriff that showed up to our house this morning, and he served us with a subpoena for the April 16th court hearing. And that's what that was all about. So yes, we've been subpoenaed. We'll show. Yeah. I mean, we're local, so yes. If you're local, you need to show up regardless. If there's something, just for anybody that's questioning. Yeah, I mean, and if that changes between now and then, I'm sure we'll be informed and we'll move forward in the best course of action possible. But I mean, warrant for those that every legal document that's served is considered a warrant. Up in there, but it's changed today.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let's Google that. So both of them were served with the subpoena because he said we. A sheriff showed up at the door this morning, but the thing of it is it's marked March 25th. Right? Interesting. Put a 1 if you believe him and a 2 if you do not. A 1 if you believe CP that they received a subpoena this morning, that it took, well, and a 2 if you believe the dispatch that it was a criminal warrant. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So you're going the other way. And we see that there is a warrant or a subpoena, but that doesn't say that it was served today. Okay. And let's listen to that one more time. He said something that I think we can check. Hold on one second. Let's try that again. Listen one more time. There's something he said that I didn't write down, but we can check it. Hold on. I know it.
And they're going to change the date.
Well, I mean, so as it stands right now, like we were served a subpoena this morning. You know, that's everybody went crazy. Oh my God, there was a criminal warrant. Actually, no. There was a sheriff that showed up to our house this morning, and he served us with a subpoena for the April 16th court hearing. And that's what that was all about. So, yes, we've been subpoenaed. We'll show. Yeah. I mean, look, we're local. So, yes, if you're local, you need to show up regardless. If
Here it
there's
is.
something.
Just for anybody that's questioning.
Yeah. I mean, and if that changes between now and then, I'm sure we'll be informed and we'll move forward in the best course of action possible. But, I mean, yeah.
Not a warrant for those that
Well,
want supplies.
Right.
Because it's
Every
not
legal document that's served is considered a warrant.
up and they're going to change the
Okay,
date.
that's what I want to look at. Is every legal document that's served a warrant? Okay, did I say, okay, what was the 2 for? 2 was for you, 2 was for you think you believe him, or what was the 2 for again? Someone tell me. The 1 was 2 is if you don't believe him. Okay. So you believe it was a warrant. Okay. He says every legal document that's served is a warrant. Now I'm going to Google that for you. Hold tight. Is every legal document that served a warrant? No, it says a legal document that serves as a warrant allows officers to carry out specific actions within the law. Okay. When's every time a person, and I know this isn't true, is served, is it a warrant? No. Person is arrested when they've actually been placed. And think about this. Think about this. Have any of you ever been served like maybe divorce papers or anything like that? Right? Okay. That's not a warrant. You're just you're served, process served. Another thing is, I'm trying to read your comments too. Sweet Sativa says, if he says it's definitely not a warrant, then it definitely is a warrant. I'm trying to see where everyone else is. It's hard. Okay, let's see. Now, Maui Sun's caught something. We want to look at it because if it looks like the document was dated 3/25 and they found them today to serve them as the doc is stamped with today's date. Let's check it. Let's check that out. Great catch. Because that would make the difference, right? If that's the case. Let's get over here. Get back to the document. Oop. It is stamped March 25th. It is not stamped today's date. Okay. So it is stamped. It said the 19th day of March. It was crossed out. It was put the 25th day of March and then stamped that it was received. Do you see this stamp? Says received March 25th. Let's read it again. Received March 25th. Are you all seeing that? This says, look in the box, received March 25th. Right there. So Maui Sun, it's not stamped with today's date. It's stamped with the March 25th saying received on the 25th. So he was served, they were served this on the 25th of March. It was received by them. I mean, that's just right there, right? A subpoena is not a warrant. Exactly. A subpoena is not a warrant. But this was not what they received today, April 2nd. They received this March 25th. And today, let me play the audio for you again where he's saying the sheriff was at his door this morning. Let me play that again. Compliments of Sassy. Oh, wait, wrong one. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. So he said a sheriff showed up to our door this morning and served us a subpoena. Well, that says he was served that subpoena and received it March 25th. So what was he served today, right? Okay. And thank you again for the clip.
Up and they're going to change the date.
So as it stands right now, we served the subpoena this morning.
Okay, hear that? This morning.
The sheriff that showed up to the house this morning, and he served us with a subpoena for the April 16th court hearing. And that's what that was all about. So yes, we've been subpoenaed. We'll show. Yeah. I mean, look, we're local. So yes, if you're local, you need to show up regardless. If
Yep, and here it
there's
is,
something,
just for anybody that's questioning.
yeah, I mean, and if that changes between now,
Okay. A sheriff, today is April 2nd. He was just on this channel today. And he says, today a sheriff showed up and served us a subpoena. Today is April 2nd. The document that the other channel put forth that CP gave him is indeed a subpoena, but he received that March 25th, as you can see. Let me take the thing down. Let me blow it up for you so you all can see it right there. Oops, sorry. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that, y'all. Do you see that? Received March 25th. Received but not served until April 2nd. Okay, that's Gypsy's perception of it. I see that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I am to bear says that is when the clerk received it. They may have, so we have individuals in the house who say that is when the clerk received it. And I don't work for a courthouse, so you may be more accurate than I am. So when the clerk received it and then served it today. Okay, interesting. A warrant implies action such as an arrest or a search. The officer on the dispatch referred to it as a warrant. A warrant. Jules to Callie, thank you so much. You're so sweet. I was just going to say it. That was my next statement, Jules to Callie, about the grand jury coming up. From this, I'm guessing there was a grand jury, and this stems from it, in my opinion. Okay, so what I was thinking was it could have been that a grand jury has already met, and I'm just throwing ideas out there, or it could also mean they received a subpoena. They could have received a subpoena. See, if the grand jury for April in Sumner County meets Monday, April 7th, Tuesday 8th, then Wednesday the 9th, and the 10th. So it's next week. Okay. So my thought was, did they receive a subpoena to appear before a grand jury next week? Nothing I have confirming it. I am tossing ideas out there. I don't even, I'm just saying. Right. Thank you, Runs with Scissors. We kind of gone over that. The subpoena, they want you to appear and bring evidence, possibly for your appearance or for evidence production. Whereas the warrant is they can search or they can seize or they can arrest someone. Okay. So could it have been something happened? We don't know, Sandy. We're trying to toss it around. Some people feel that this date right here is the date the court received it. Okay. A got changed, said they took you to court and want you to attend a court date. Okay. So we won't know exactly. It's two different things. There's a subpoena, there's a warrant. This says received the 25th. Let's see if we can go in and see if they have a signature. I didn't even look to see if there's a signature or anything. Hold on, showing receipt. Oop, sorry. Just took you to the wrong thing. Oh my goodness, hold on. Oh, good. Okay. Let me get you back to Canva. Just closed. Hold on 1 second. Let me get back to our Canva because I would like to look at that a little bit closer and see if, let's look at it again. I wish we had someone in here who did service processing. Okay, so the clerk signed it. If you can see this, let me share it with you. The clerk signed it, it looks like. And so you may be right. The clerk may have signed it on the 25th for service. Okay. But what I don't understand is why is nothing signed on here saying the P-Foots received it? Interesting. Okay. So I think where we're at right now is I'm really wondering if, and I'm just going to have to say it. I'm just going to say it. I'm wondering if there was a grand jury or a grand jury indictment and this subpoena follows from it. That's alleged. That's, in my opinion, that's speculation. That's theory. I wonder if the grand jury could possibly allegedly be meeting regarding Sebastian this upcoming week. They meet the first full Monday through Thursday of the month. Or I'm wondering if he was served, like some are saying, this was received by the clerk on the 25th. They were served today. Or if it's what the officer says, and today they were served a warrant, criminal warrant, because the dispatch officer definitely says criminal warrant. So it's so interesting with this case, though, because it just seems no matter what's going on, I don't know if he knew before court started this morning that it was being moved to the 16th. I do not know. Mystic Firefly. So the thing of it is, y'all, is if it was a criminal warrant, wouldn't someone have been arrested? See? Or they could be searching somewhere right now, and we just don't know it. They may have put, maybe it's a search warrant. We do not know. It could be to testify before a grand jury. It could be exactly what he's saying. This is the thing we received today. Sassy says she's heard 3 weeks after a grand jury meets, they send a warrant. Someone else said that, but I have no idea. Well, let me tell you this. If they met in March, yeah, that was about 3 weeks ago they finished then. If they finished March 6th, we're looking at about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, yes. Or they could be meeting you know, April 7th through the 10th. They could be, you guys, you know what I think it is? Because clearly CP was not arrested. So it's not an arrest warrant, in my opinion. Unless KP was arrested, but I don't think that. But I think possibly, allegedly, they could possibly be searching, right? The property. Because if you recall, they didn't have permission to search. There's no permission to search the private property. So I don't know if that included law enforcement or just people coming out being, you know, trying to film independently and search independently, but it could be in order to search the property. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The document would have had today's date on it. Because once someone is served, that is legal acceptance, correct? So I wonder why it doesn't have the date of service. It should have date of service. Come to hand this. Look. Okay, there it is. We're going back to it right here. Right here. Come to hand this blank date of blank and executed by reading the within subpoena 2 and citing blank to appear. None of this is shared. None of this is filled out. That's what would be returned. And I come to hand this blank. I don't know, y'all. I really think that they need the service date on there. The date it went to the person's hands to prove the person received it. Does that make sense? Because the reason they serve people is to have proof people are aware where they're supposed to be. Okay? Or that they're being searched. So they have to have that proof of service. And it can't just be that when the court received it, it has to be when the individual, that it shows proof the individual was served. I don't know, y'all. Sam says the officer asked for another unit to meet him there. Georgia Patriot Woman, I'm not going to feel funny at all because that's what we're discussing, dear. Not going to feel funny at all. That's what we're discussing. Is it the subpoena or is it an additional document? Because the subpoena says March 25th. We're wondering, was that served on the 25th? Was that served today? The officer says he served a criminal warrant on the dispatch. Look. I don't know. And Jay said maybe they were waiting for CP to be back in town again. That could be. Maybe they knocked on the door and they hadn't been home maybe. And so maybe it took a few days. Lots of good theories coming. Okay, someone's just said they sent me an email, but I don't. Oh. Okay. Criminal warrant is what the officer said. Yes. Someone just said that they sent me an email. Okay. Purple Sneakers. When did you send it, Purple Sneakers? I don't see it, my friend. Unless you just sent it earlier today. So whether there's two documents, we don't know. I will go through the dispatch, try and find a date on when that is, because I do have Broadcastify. I'll pull up the 25th, I'll listen to it, and then I'll pull up today and I'll listen to it. And that's what I intend to do. So that's our best way of seeing if indeed two things occurred. And NJ's and Sassy have both gifted another membership, growing the family. And our reunions are Saturdays, and we have a great time. Thank NJ's and Sassy if you receive one of those gifted memberships. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate it. Very kind. Saturdays, we'll see you at the reunions if you've received that, and please be sure to thank them. The process server fills out the return and sends it back to the court. So the person with the document, Austin, doesn't have the date they received it on it? That's what I want to know. It's a copy. It went to the lawyer. So it could be that they didn't find them right away. And that does happen when people are trying to serve people. They can't find them. You see that on TV shows where they're looking for them and they can't find them. Okay. And all I need is Jesus Coffee and True Crime says, at Heather Ann, would the dispatch say criminal warrant for subpoena? Watch the docket. Good one. It'll flip from issue to served. Okay. Watch the docket. That's true. We could check the docket if there's anything else. Okay. And his I-7 says, it's been years since I worked with the troopers. We would get subpoenas in our office for the officer to serve. Okay. Valley Baby says a warrant is for an arrest. Yes, JD Wells, it does say Bullhorn Betty versus State, but it says received March 25th. And this one's a subpoena, and the officer said he served today, or he served I don't know if it was he served a criminal warrant. So they're very different things. Jules to Callie says Bullhorn Betty did not send this, 99.9% certain in my opinion. Have you asked her, Jules? It says, and yes, for those of you just coming in, we're going to recap real quick. It was on a dispatch today. Well, we don't know if it's today. It was released a dispatch that a criminal warrant, and that's what was said on the dispatch, was served to 1008 Stafford Court today. Okay. Now, a criminal warrant is very different than a criminal subpoena. Okay. We see then CP produced a criminal subpoena. He said the sheriffs were there this morning and served them with this criminal subpoena that's in front of us. The criminal subpoena in front of us is for him to appear April 16th, them to appear April 16th in front of Bullhorn Betty. Okay, at that court appearance. What we're wondering is, was a criminal warrant served today as the officer said, or did the officer make a mistake and serve a criminal subpoena today? Or was this criminal subpoena served March 25th and was a criminal warrant served today as the officer indicated, or did he make an error? So really, that's kind of where we are right now. He says he received the paperwork this morning. Correct. Yes. Adrian says the 25th date's the day the office received the order. There will be another date when they serve the order. It can take a few days or weeks for the serve date to show up depending on number of cases. Okay. So we'll start checking the docket to see served. The last time the grand jury met in Sumner, would have met. Now, we don't know if they met. Thank you, Adrian, for clarifying that, y'all. Okay, so he wouldn't, so that received date is the date the office received it. Apparently nothing on the form that they leave with the person tells the date the person got it. That's interesting. Okay, and so a warrant is very different than a subpoena. Yeah. A warrant is very different than a subpoena. So you want to know when the grand jury met last. I can't tell you when they for sure met, but I can tell you when they would have met. They would have met. They meet the first 4 days of the month, the first full week of Monday through Thursday. So they would have met the grand jury if they were meeting March 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They don't meet on Fridays. Okay. Now for April, if the grand jury is going to meet, it will be April 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Next week. Okay. So is it a subpoena? This is a subpoena? Is there a subpoena and a warrant? Like the officer just said, warrant. Did the officer make a mistake? Is CP correct? He just received this. Is the officer correct? There was a warrant. We don't know. But what I will tell you I will do is I will go on and I will go on my Broadcastify and mess with it and find out. I will listen to the March 25th and I will listen to today. And then that'll tell us a lot of information that we might need to have. Okay, so I will listen to them both. I'll keep them running. I'm gonna mop a kitchen floor today. I haven't gotten to it yet. And what I'll do is I'm gonna be back on here again. Instead of 8:30, let's make it, let's see. We're gonna go with the exhibits tonight. So let's see, 4:30, 5:30. I'm going to be in an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Instead of 8:30, it's going to be 9 p.m. You all good with that? And we'll jump on with the exhibits, get those knocked out. We still have pages of the document too, but I do want to do some of the exhibits as well. But I did hear that there was a tad bit of a ruckus in the parking lot. People were filming it, allegedly, an alleged ruckus, because I didn't see it for my own eyes. Jules DeCali said the officer said he was going to serve, not he had served. Okay, thank you. Good details. I appreciate it. I know. Michelle, I was laughing too, the $10 for contempt. You saw me go back to that because I thought I misread it. Yes, $10 if you're contempt of court in Tennessee. It will break you. They hadn't even had court till 1 p.m. Central. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And they got that April 16th court date today? Is today the first day Bullhorn got that April 16th court date? Yes, Heather Ann. A warrant is to arrest, to search, to seize, or to pick someone up who failed to appear. Okay. A subpoena is telling someone they need to appear or produce evidence. Two very different things. We know there's a subpoena document that's been produced, but oh, thank you. Sandy's helping pay for my contempt of court. You're so sweet. Thank you for my donation. Thank you, Sandy. That is funny, though. In Tennessee, if you're contempt of court, it's a $10 fine. Thank you, Sandy. That's funny. Appreciate it. I'm going to put it in my little piggy bank just in case I need to reach for it one day. So, well, you all, it doesn't make sense. The only reason that I'm questioning it is the officer said warrant, criminal warrant. CP said they were there today. This could have been filed by Bullhorn's lawyer prior to today, but did they have an April 16th date before Bullhorn went to court? So they saw the sheriff showed up at their home this morning, which would have been before they were at court. Okay. So if any of you, I know. So if any of you Betty said a CP's lawyer gave him a paper today. Betty said CP's lawyer gave him a paper today. In court? Okay. Wow. You know, what is it about this case that we just can't get a straight answer ever? In my opinion, allegedly. Okay. A search warrant would have proceeded whether anyone was home or not. Thank you. You all are so informative. Yeah, we're just sitting here trying to figure this out. Was it a warrant? Was it a subpoena? Is it both? Were there two different knocks at the door? Was there one? How did they get it this morning for Bullhorn if they didn't meet in court till this afternoon, unless they had the date prior of April 16th? Yes, Kylie, did Bullhorn Betty have an April 16th date before going today? Okay, thank you, Candace. That helps a lot. Candace says yes, they do. I've been checking it. The April 16th hearing date was in there since at least last week. Okay, that helps a lot. So then we know if paper could have been filed. A paper could have been filed and before they went to court today. Thank you so much for that, Candace. That makes a difference. So that knocks that out. So the sheriff could have appeared this morning before court to serve this piece of paper. Okay. Yes, Sassy, I certainly will play the audio again. This audio is CP explaining it today. And just a brief little blip from him. And sorry, y'all, if you can hear my dogs. They're eating a marrow bone in the back.
And they're going to change the date.
Well, I mean, so as it stands right now, like we were served a subpoena this morning. You know, that's everybody went crazy. Oh my God, there was a criminal warrant. Actually, no. There was a sheriff that showed up to our house this morning, and he served us with a subpoena for the April 16th court hearing. And that's what that was all about. So, yes, we've been subpoenaed. We'll show. Yeah. I mean, look, we're local. So, yes, you're local. You need to show up regardless. If there's something. Yeah. I mean, if that changes between now and then, I'm sure we'll be informed and we'll move forward in the best course of action possible. But I mean, yeah,
not a warrant for those that are authorized.
Right. Every legal document that's served is considered a warrant.
Up and they're going to change the date.
Well, I mean, so as it stands right now,
every single document that's served is considered a warrant. I don't believe that. Do you? I have a feeling it's for the home. Allegedly and Becky, see, Becky just said it too. Yeah, let's listen to it one more time. Last time, this is CP explaining on which one? QB.
There was a criminal warrant. Actually, no. There was a sheriff that showed up to our house this morning, and he served us with a subpoena for the April 16th court hearing. And that's what that was all about. So, yes, we've been subpoenaed. We'll show. Yeah. I mean, look, we're local. So, yes, if you're local, you need to show up regardless. If there's something.
Just for anybody that's questioning.
Yeah. I mean, if that changes between now and then, I'm sure we'll be informed and we'll move forward in the best course of action possible. But I mean, yeah,
not a warrant for those that are authorized.
Right.
Because it's
every legal document that's served is considered a warrant.
Up and they're going to change
Okay.
the date.
Do we have anyone in the legal profession sitting in the house right now? Is every legal document that's served a warrant? It is not, because a warrant is a search, siege, or arrest. CP got a packet. You guys are hilarious. Yesterday, I could not stop laughing at your comments, you all. I was laughing while I was trying to play that horrible audio that was going in and out, and your comments are so funny. Michelle Scott says, no, it's a HIPAA violation. Sorry, kid. And Austin says, CP got a packet. Oh, you guys crack me up. Anyway, it was a win for Bullhorn Betty, and we wanted that today. She feels very positive about this, and I'm grateful that she does. And I hope it continues in her favor. I really, really do. But I do not believe. Yeah, the house has been searched. Yeah, the house has been searched at least 10 times. Great point from Jules to Callie. So what do we think they would need to search at the house? So we are not privy to the info. Maybe the neighbors know. You guys are hilarious. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you guys came in with humor, because when we first came in, everyone seemed a little rattled. I know. No. Every single document that's served is considered a warrant, held to the no. Correct. And I think we know those things, and I don't understand why he says those things. Why he says those things that can be so easily proven wrong. Sassy, that is something I thought of. The crawl space. Are you talking about under the home? Someone also wanted to know, there in the photos of the home, they said there's a little door in the wall in the master bedroom, and they wondered if they'd check behind that. Yeah. Oh, that's true, Whispering. People move things. Well, the thing of it is just like the HIPAA law. Not everything that's served is a warrant. And with that statement, I'm going to go out on a limb. And I'm going to say, if he says everything that is served is a warrant, in my opinion, he has received a warrant. And he's trying to connect the two. Just me, from what we've seen him do before. Okay, that's just my alleged opinion. You form your own. We're speculating, we're theorizing. Okay, and it's my opinion. Becky said Becky, though, KP says Aunt Nancy Grace asked her that, and KP said her cars were checked numerous times. Yes, Misty, I agree with you. Not every document that's served is a warrant. We are simply speculating. Okay. I don't know. Is there an attic? I know there's that crawl space under the house. A neighbor helped her search under there. They didn't crawl under there. They used flashlights that morning. I do know that. Becky says the garage was never searched. Yes, a criminal warrant is for a search or an arrest. Yes. And a subpoena is to appear and or to produce evidence. Thank you. The trap door leading to the crawl space that leads to the little door on the left side of the house. Trap door leading to the crawl space that leads to the little door on the left side of the house. Oh, excuse me 1 second. I have to let my dogs out. 1 second. Honey. Oh, wait. Yeah, that could be. What about, well, I don't know. I don't know, you all, but I'm sure we're going to hear, like I said, I will go on March 25th, and I will go on today for Broadcastify and see what I can find out. And he said it was the sheriff, right? So it's SCSO was there today, April 2nd, before their court date. Do you think they could have received something saying they had to appear today? I don't know. Now, Sassy, the trap door, is that the door that's leading, that's in the house, in the bedroom? The little door in the wall or in the loft or wherever it is upstairs? And does that door lead down, leading to the crawl space and then out to the door on the side of the house? Welcome into those are here. We are just speculating on a few things. I will say this. Yes, that's why we're speculating. Susan brought up a great point. Jay, in my opinion, you can't believe anything Hinge the Stinkfoot say about anything, which is why we have to speculate quite a bit, right? Okie dokes. Look at this. Just found it on the internet and sent the website there. They were served March 25th. Thank you, Prayer Warrior. So, if they were served March 25th, why was the sheriff at their door this morning? He just said it on the internet, live today. Let's listen to it again. Thank you, Prayer Warrior. Can you send me a screenshot of that, my friend? Would you do me a favor and send me a screenshot of that? Okay, so like I just said a minute ago, when he brought up the word warrant, my light went on. He was connecting that document to receiving a warrant, meaning, well, this is a warrant because everything you receive is a warrant. Just like I'm not allowed to discuss things, you know, in my opinion. I'm just talking. Okay. And now Prayer Warrior found it. They were served on March 25th. So why were they at the doors this morning? Here is CP today on Queen Bee. Please don't comment about creators. I'm just letting you know where it came. Saying the sheriffs were at his door this morning. Whispering or Prayer Warrior, will you do me a favor and screenshot that and email it to me? Thank you.
Well, I mean, so as it stands right now, like we were served a subpoena this morning. You know, that's everybody went crazy. Oh my God.
So they were there this morning.
There was a criminal warrant. Actually, no. There was a sheriff that showed up to our house this morning and he served us with a subpoena for the April 16th court hearing. And that's what that was all about. So yes, we've been subpoenaed. We'll show. Yeah. I mean, look, we're local. So yes, if you're local, you need to show up regardless. If there's something
for anybody that's questioning.
Oh, we question it.
I mean, if that changes between now and then, I'm sure we'll be informed and we'll move forward in the best course of action possible. But
Not a warrant for those that are occupied.
Right. Every legal document that's served is considered a warrant.
And they're going to
Okay, so every document that's served is not a warrant. That's another CP-ism. And also, he admitted that the sheriff was at their door this morning. Now, Prayer Warrior has found on the internet that they were served this document that we are looking at on March 25th. So what were they served this morning? Well, according to allegedly and according to the dispatch of the officer, which I will verify that came from today. I will go back on and I will listen. It states criminal warrant. Now, he's not in custody because he's talking on the internet. So I would assume it's a search. Right? Prayer Warrior, did you screenshot and send that to me? Wow. So, Prayer Warrior found it. Oh, can you just take a screenshot of it and send it to me? Yeah, it could be. So thank you, Prayer Warrior. So very, very interesting, and kudos to Prayer Warrior for finding that. On the 25th, they were served. What were they served today, April 2nd? The dispatch says that they served a criminal warrant. I will indeed verify that that was from today, April 2nd. And CP says sheriffs were at their door this morning, and Prayer Warrior found a receipt of service from March 25th. So there may be two different services. A criminal warrant is in Tennessee. There are warrants. There is a arrest warrant, and there is a search warrant, and there is a bench warrant. All three of those are criminal warrants within Tennessee. A search warrant, a bench warrant, and an arrest warrant. Those are the three criminal warrants in Tennessee. Okay? So, Roxanne, I'm explaining it. A criminal warrant, Roxanne says a criminal warrant is not how a search warrant would be listed or labeled. Okay? But a criminal warrant, the definition of a criminal warrant in Tennessee is either a search warrant, an arrest warrant, or a bench warrant. Okay, so if they served a criminal warrant, like the officer says, they served a search warrant, a bench warrant, or a arrest warrant. Okay, or it could have been, we don't know. So that's where we're at right now. It always seems that it's never easy. It's always contradictory in this case. And I'm telling you right now, if you look at where the contradictions come from, I don't think you have to look very far, in my opinion. So what did they receive today? CP said the sheriff was at their door this morning. He's saying he got a subpoena. The subpoena he's showing us says March 25th. It was just verified. That was served to them on March 25th. But CP just went on the internet saying the sheriffs were at his door this morning serving him. What did they serve him this morning? He says everything you're served is a warrant. So I think that was his way of acknowledging he received a warrant, in my opinion. I don't know. Allegedly, who knows? But it never makes sense. But exactly, never a straight answer. So this document was found on the internet, served on the March of the 25th, according to Prayer Warrior. So what was served by the sheriffs this morning, according to their visit that CP speaks of? I will check my email right now. Prayer Warrior said she believes she's wrong. Hold on. Let's check it out. Checking it out right now. I'm looking, Sandy. I don't have it on. I don't have it. I didn't get it. I do not believe, Mr. Chris, that he received a subpoena for April 16th. That had not even been disposed yet because the hearing hadn't started. Well, they're saying that Diane, they're saying that when they checked the docket for Sumner County, the April 16th date has been showing up for at least a week. So maybe that paperwork was sent earlier. I don't know. Well, we'll see where we can go from this. I will listen to the April 2nd dispatch from today, and we will disseminate it a little bit more. We'll get back on here. Give me, it's fine. Give me an hour and we'll come back on and look at the exhibits, and I'll see if I can listen to the dispatch in the meantime. So hit your notification bell. We will come back on in an hour, do the exhibits, and I'll see if I will hopefully have listened to the dispatch from today to see if, oh, Prayer Warrior says it was issued on the 25th is what the website says. Thank you, Prayer Warrior. So not served. So it could be that he was served this today and they just didn't find them till today, or maybe they weren't home till today. We will hear more about it. So thank you for clarifying yourself, Prayer Warrior, and we will get back to it. And yes, get your snacks ready, bring your drinks, because we're going to hit the exhibits in about, let's see, it's 5, give me an hour. Okay. And I'll see you all in an hour. Talk soon, my friends.